In this video, we're going to go over this Andrew Karpathy skills, which got over 100,000 stars on GitHub, and this skill is derived from this expose that Andrew Karpathy has wrote. And if you don't know what Andrew Karpathy is, he is previously a director of AI at Tesla and a founding team at OpenAI. And currently, this expose has gone over 7 million views on X. And essentially, what this skill does is addressing the problems that Andrew Karpathy sees on X. And the first problem we see is the model here always makes the wrong assumption. So it doesn't ask clarification question. When you give it a prompt, it just acts on it. And the second problem that it sees is that a model here oftentimes overcomplicating things. Things can be wrote in 100 lines, often wrote in 1,000 lines. And oftentimes, large language model here making changes that they're not supposed to, without a clear understanding about the full side effects. So that's why in this video, we're going to take a look at what it is, how does it work, and how is it different compared to any other skills that we have used in the past. So with that being said, if you're interested, let's get into the video. Now, before we continue, I recently launched our school community where I help you to master AI agents, automations, and so much more. And that's all coming from someone who used to work as a senior AI software engineer at companies like Amazon and Microsoft. And in this community, you're going to get over 100 plus video materials like templates and workflows that I personally built and sold over 100 plus times. On top of that, you're also going to get access to our weekly live calls. And just to give you an idea, this week, we're actually running a Claude Code masterclass where we're going to dive into how to improve Claude Code's accuracy, and we're going to use it to building applications. Plus, you're also going to get full community supports where you're going to get a chance to ask questions and get direct answers back. So if you're ready to level up, make sure to jump right in and I'll see you in a community. All right, so to get started, let's take a look at what this skill is trying to offer. So right here, you can see this skill here offers 4 principles that we can use in our project, which will basically wrote inside of our Claude.md file. So first principle here you can see is think before coding. Large language model here, like I said, makes wrong assumptions, doesn't clarify things. And by having this principle, it's going to force AI here to have to think before it's going to do the execution. And the second here is simplicity. Things that can be wrote in 100 lines of code never should be wrote like 500 or 1,000 lines of code, right? Never should be complicating things. And the success criteria here is that if a senior engineer says that this is overcomplicated, then we should definitely simplify. And that's exactly what this principle is trying to solve. And the third one here is surgical changes. So let's say we're making changes. Large language models should never touch code that are not related to the instruction that we provide. And that's essentially what this principle does. And the last one that we have is goal-driven executions. We need to have a clear goal on exactly how large language model here perform before it's going to do the executions. And it's similar to the first one, but we need to have a clear success criteria for the expected behavior on the end result. And that's the 4 principles that the skill is trying to introduce, and they all compacted down into a single Claude.md file that we can add into a project to make sure that large language model here never hallucinates when writing code. Now, to put this into practice, here you can see it tells you exactly how to install this. First of all, what we can do here is that we can install this in Claude plugins. Simply, we're just going to add the skill in our marketplace and install it. And the second option that we have is, let's say if you want to install this not globally, but in a project level, simply you can just do this curl command here and add this onto your new project. But if you have an existing project, you can simply just going to run this command right here, and simply it's going to write this rule onto your Claude.md file onto your existing project. Now, for my case here, I do have an existing project called bookzero.ai, where I help business here to manage receipts and transactions, all using AI. And what I want to do here is I want to install this onto this project and see how does it work. Now, in order to install this, all I had to do here is just going to copy this command. It's going to install this on an existing project. So here, I'm just going to come over to a project terminal, open your terminal, and just going to paste that command here. And what this command does is going to modify my Claude.md file by simply adding those 4 rules onto there. So in this case, I'm going to click on enter, and you can see that it's going to modify my Claude.md file. So now if I were to open the git diff, and here you can see this is the changes that it has applied. And for most of you guys, you probably already have your Claude.md file or your existing project. And by installing it, it might have some contradiction or conflict with your existing rules. So what I highly recommend you to do is basically tell Claude Code to basically try to modify your Claude.md file once you paste those 4 principles to see if there's any contradictions, any conflicts, anything that's not following what you have in your Claude.md file. Like, try to merge the conflicts that you have. And you can see here that this is what it recommends. After it pastes it from the original Karpathy skills repository, here's some problem that I found. For example, we have the duplicate h1 tag for the Claude.md file because the Claude.md file already has that. And here you can see there's some meta framing here that really tells a human reader what the doc does, but the Claude.md file here doesn't really need that. It needs the instruction, a clear instruction on exactly what it needs to do. And we also have removed some redundant stuff that's not really relevant to our Claude.md file. And you can see Claude Code has also removed that and make it more concise. So again, same rule, less to read, so that we can be able to make our Claude.md file here more shorter. So now you can see if I were to close this is exactly what it has modified, right? So you can see we have our behavior guardrails. That's going to be an H2 tag. And now we have our think before coding and simplicity first, as well as the surgical changes and the goal-driven executions. So you can see that all the 4 principles are still here, and there's no conflicts between what we have above versus what we have here. Okay, so you can see that's exactly how this works. All right, so now you know exactly how to install it. Let's take a look at the clear difference between how it's different compared to all the skills that we have mentioned on this channel, like GStack, Superpowers, GSD, all those spec-driven development frameworks that we have introduced. And a clear difference is this. GSD, Superpower, GStack, they are all skills. They're all skills that are being triggered whenever we trigger them, right? But Claude.md file is different, is that we enforce those rules inside of our Claude.md file, kind of like personality embedded into the model's brain. That every time when it do something, we don't have to mention it. It knows that because it's embedded into its personality, embedded into its soul, that it's gonna follow these 4 constraints every time we do something, when it asks to do anything, right? Maybe helping us to writing a blog post, or helping us to generate images, or helping us to writing code. Is going to embed that. It's going to do this exactly like we mentioned in our Claude.md file. So that's the clear difference between the two. Now, other than their types, let's talk about the functionalities, right? Because these 4 principles actually cover a lot of those things that we have mentioned previously on this channel for those skills that we have mentioned, like GStack, Superpower, and GSD. How is it different, right? In terms of functionality. And you can see here that I asked AI on exactly the difference. And you can see here that rule number 2 and rule number 3 here has pointed out by AI that is uniquely different compared to Superpower and GStack, because none of them has mentioning anything about like adding extra stuff or staying in your lane, or they don't really mention about these things as like the constraints. They both teach how to work carefully, but they don't know how much like to do, right? Your guardrails here, which is, our Claude.md file here, fix that gap by mentioning these things, right? And we also have something that's similar to what we have with Superpower and GStack is rule number 1 and rule number 4, which is think before coding and goal-driven, right? That's exactly what spec-driven development does, is creating the plan before doing the executions. And what Superpower and GStack does it different is not just a bunch of text sets inside of a Claude.md file. It's a framework that we have to first write our spec, from spec create a to-do list, and from to-do list creating a action, right? That's exactly what Superpower and GStack does. It's creating a framework that large language model here follow, but it doesn't built into the brain. But most of them are very similar, right? The same rule, the same concept is very similar between the two. But that's why my recommendation, my workflow is combining all of them, right? Combining the two. Not just showing them the constraints, but also giving them the path on exactly which skill to trigger. For example, each of the principles that Karpathy has mentioned, like think before coding, like don't assume, like service the trade-off before writing code, we will give them the path on exactly what skill to trigger. For example, just a couple MD files is not going to cut it. We're going to let them to basically direct them to trigger the Superpower skills. Like for example, the Superpower brainstorming skill for adding new features. Or if it's like bug, error, or test error, like test failure, we're going to have them trigger the Superpower system debugging skill. If it's a multi-step, like 3 files, we're just going to directly having to trigger the writing plan skill or the GSD planning phase skill. Basically try to execute it really fast, creating a to-do list and try to execute it, right? And for simplicity first, there's actually a bunch of skills for simplicity, like making code more simplified, like minimize the code that solves the problem, nothing speculative. So you can see before committing, polish. So whenever we try to commit things, okay, well, let's trigger the simplify skill and try to simplify everything. All right, so pretty much that's it for this video. And all right, so you can see that's pretty much it for this video. And if you do find this video, please make sure to like this video, consider subscribe for more content like this. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. And honestly, don't even stop there. You can also include in GStack, like the auto plan skill, where you can be able to have different roles here to introduce for think before coding. The possibility here is endless, right? You can actually add a lot of things in here. For example, there's also surgical changes. You can also add like using different work trees for, breaking it into different environments. And there's also goal-driven executions, right? Making sure that we're setting a clear goal, right, for the success criteria. So implement a feature or bug fix. Okay, well, let's trigger the test-driven developments here. If it's like executing a written plan, well, let's do the executing plans, right? So there's actually a lot of skills that does that. For example, if we want to do the security review, there's also security review, there's also data audits, there's also QA. So we'll give them path to the skills that we have. and making sure that not only following the constraints, but also calling the right skills to act on it, right? So you can see the possibility here is endless, and you can just pick the skill that you want and just add it into your Claude.md file, and Claude knows exactly what skill is going to trigger based on your preference. Okay, so pretty much that's it for this video, and honestly, I don't want to have my Claude.md file here to be too long, so I just wanted to keep it short, just keep some skills that I really like inside of a Claude.md file. Alright, so you can see that's exactly the Andrew Karpathy skills. And of course, if you're interested in learning more about Spectrum development frameworks, be sure to check out the playlist here inside of the description below, where I show you all these Spectrum development frameworks that I talk about on this channel on how you can be able to make your large language model here to be highly accurate when performing tasks on your project, right? So if you're interested for that, make sure to check it out in the link in the description below. But with that being said, if you do find this video, please make sure to like this video, consider subscribe for more content like this. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.